You tell them to go to the palace.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Have fun and come home.
You gotta go do it.
Go to the palace, baby. Yeah.
That's so twisted though, cause see, like now you're putting me in y'all's mindsets, and I don't think like that. Cause I don't like that. I don't even like how I feel after answering that. Like, you see how like they think like I'm just all like no, like I like like one, and they're all like. But if you had a choice, and then like I don't want that choice. Actually, it makes me feel icky.
It exists in the real world.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I believe it, and that's not a world that I want to be part of. Y'all,
but yeah, that's actually
Shout
what.
out to the whole Brunson family, right? Shout out to Mikal Bridges. Shout out to everybody on the team. Even Avocado, right? Shout out to Avocado. Yeah.
Avocado is crazy.
Shout out to Avocado. Niggas gonna eat that little nigga up. Pause.
Avocado.
Nah, shout out to Avocado. Yeah. But Boston is gonna be the team out the East, man. And make me regret my words, man. It's easy.
talking about like what?
Go ahead, Killer.
Yeah.
Would you rather have somebody you're in a relationship with that's running around having one night stands, or have another whole girlfriend that they're in love with? Which one would you prefer?
That's the question.
That's the question. Yeah.
No, you can just go talk to different people.
That's what I'm saying. But thank you for clearing that up. That's exactly what I'm saying. Because she tried to make it be like, you're in the palace, and I'm like, my palace is full of one-night stands, but you're in the casita where you're in a whole...
one-night stands. Of one-night
stands. Yeah, and that's what I was saying, that I heard a friend of mine saying that, I can share dick, but I can't share the nigga heart. In other words, we could fuck this nigga together, girl, but he got to come home with me after that. So that's what I was trying to explain, and thank you for clearing it up so I didn't explain it right so Stan understood.
Yeah, I thought you were saying one or the other, but you're saying if the choice is I'd rather, instead of you in love with me and in love with somebody else, just go do what you got to go do.
Yeah, you tell him to go to the palace. Yeah, exactly.
Have fun and come home.
You got to go do it.
Go to the palace, baby. Yeah.
That's so twisted though, because see, like now you're putting me in y'all's mindsets, and I don't think like that. Because I don't like that. I don't even like how I feel after answering that. Like, you see how like they think like I'm just all like no, like I like like one, and they're all like. But if you had a choice, and then like I don't want that choice. Actually, it makes me feel icky.
It exists in the real world.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I believe it, and that's not a world that I want to be part of. Y'all,
but yeah, that's actually what happened. That's actually what happened with Dak Prescott. Not to like finish the topic or get there, but that's basically why they broke up, or they ended their engagement. Was he had all these old jump offs, and he had burners, and she ended up finding him allegedly on their dual engagement or in a bachelorette party. Which I don't know why you would ever have a dual bachelor party, but he was, he had a palace as well. Has a palace.
But that's not even the same thing. If you are getting married in a month and you're entertaining other women and not even in love, that's not the same thing. You're just entertaining other women.
It's time to do it. It's about to be over.
No, because now the whole thing is over. And you could have just continued doing that before planning a wedding.
I was. You in my phone.
Yes, that's the question. That's the question.
Fuck you doing in my phone? Shit was just fine.
I'm stressed. Y'all are stressing me out. In the comments down below, let us know what y'all would choose, a partner in love with somebody else.
You didn't even get to my answer for the question.
Yeah, you're still gonna go.
No, I don't want to go now. I'm good. I'm in the palace. She's in the casita.
I gotta get the comments take, because that went every which way, and I don't even know how we got here. Honestly.
Yeah, because you know what? I seen your brain calculating. You like, damn, if my boyfriend did that, which one would I rather have? Would this nigga be in love? or the one night stand?
That's a lot.
Couple one night stands. All right, let's just narrow it down. 10 one night stands on love for 2 years.
Let us know
10
what
number
y'all-
like this.
Damn, because you know what happens is, like I told you, I had a girl that I was dealing with, and I know we running off time, but I had a girl I was dealing with, and I thought she like my little side joint. And I'm like, yo, don't be asking me questions. You ain't my girlfriend. I think I said this before. I was like, don't be asking me no questions. You ain't my girlfriend. She's like, you dumb nigga, I'm your girlfriend. You just don't even know it. You over here 3 nights a week. I'm cooking for you. You spend the night. You come here mad, leave happy. Then you go back over there. She really a side bitch, and I was mad, and I walked out and thought about the shit. And I'm like, is my side bitch my girlfriend? Like, yo, she fucked me up with that one, made me think about that shit.
Good with her words too. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah.
Jedi mind trick.
Jedi mind trick, but at the same time, is it facts? Because a lot of
Sounds like
girlfriends
facts.
may be right now be thinking that they the girlfriend because they at home and living with the nigga, but you may be the side chick. You may be happier with the other bitch.
Yeah.
It's about happiness.
Listen, tell them what's up.
Yeah,
I've been in both scenarios.
yeah,
I
that's
think
why
being
I
the
like to
side
take.
piece is actually more freeing.
Yeah, right, exactly. And you know what? God rest in peace to Patrice O'Neal, comedian. He said this, bro. You know how crazy it is for a nigga to go cheat, to go find happiness somewhere else that you're not giving to him? Cheating ain't for us, it's for you. So we don't hurt your feelings. And we find happiness somewhere else. You should be appreciative that we not now snapping. We went for some happiness. Cheating don't really be for the person who cheating, it's for the partner.
Shout out to the whole Brunson family, right? Shout out to Mikal Bridges. Shout out to everybody on the team. Even Avocado, right? Shout out to Avocado. Yeah.
Avocado is crazy.
Shout out to Avocado. Niggas gonna eat that little nigga up. Pause.
Avocado.
Nah, shout out to Avocado. Yeah. But Boston is gonna be the team out the East, man. And you know, make me regret my words, man. It's easy.
Talk about it. Like, what?
Go ahead, Killer.
If and like I said, it's hypothetical. If your significant other was cheating, would you rather have 10, 11 one night stands or be in love with just one nigga that she's in love with? None of it's cool. We get that. We know what type of time we on. But if you had to make a choice, because look, she might have had meaningless sex with the 11 people, but
Shades on.
with the 11 people, but she might be going, like I'm talking about after Christmas, she going to spend Christmas day after until New Year's with him. She's spending mad time with this one person. Would you rather that your significant other cheat with one person that she's in love with or have 10, 11 one night stands? And I know it's hypothetical, but which one is more meaningful or meaningless to you?
I don't know. All of them say the same thing to me. Either one, she out the door.
I'm out.
My nigga had to put his shades on for this one.
I had to put my shades on for this one.
Okay, so we got a story from Dwight Howard. So he filed for divorce from his wife after her allegations of him. So there is a video of his now ex-wife, Amy, who broke down in tears and said CPS took her daughter because of her husband, Dwight. She says,
he was coaching our son to lie on me and I had to record it. And it's this shit. I try to tell everybody he needs some help. And ain't nobody wanna fucking listen because he got the money. Like I said, whatever y'all don't understand, I live with him, he needs some help.
he has a cocaine problem and needs help. And then in the video, she said, "This is what I'm losing my marriage to." And she actually showed the bag of a substance. That's what we'll say. Meanwhile, he claims he ain't never did no coke in his life, and he replied, "Y'all will believe everything you see on the internet." So this is just one example, but we've been seeing a lot of, I would say, athlete relationships kind of unfold across the internet in different ways. Trista, what's your opinion on the situation as a whole? What he had to say and what she had to say?
Yeah, I think the part that struck me, because there's a lot here. I had to do a bunch of background research because I wasn't familiar with their relationship at all. at all. But she said on this video and in her post that a lot of her friends were telling her, hey, you've got to stay with him 6 months into the marriage, even though she felt like it wasn't working. And she was seeing her have to, this is according to her. And so I'm just going off of if this is true, then this is my take. So, because obviously I'm not around to know like what she's saying and if it's true or not. But she said that, police were coming to the door and I was having to lie for him. And I'm sticking with them because my support system tells me you marry somebody, it's in sickness and in health, for richer, for poor, for better, for worse. And to that I say, like, that's fugazi to me. Not saying that like people shouldn't value marriage, but if you're in a situation that has big time red flags for your safety or for your ability to be a parent to your child, then you have to take out what vows you made, because they also made vows that if this is all true, that they've broken as well. So you got to take care of yourself and your own health and safety. You got to protect your kids, and you got to make sure you're not in a bad situation just because your support system says that you signed a contract and you made vows in front of your friends, family, and God. Like, okay, that's just to me, like a bit of a problematic situation. And I feel bad for her if that is why she stayed.
I talked about this on Talk with Flea. Tune in to Talk with Flea. And you'll see my take on this, man. I'm telling you, don't want to miss my take. Because her holding up half a kilo of cocaine on Instagram Live is wild. So go Talk with Flea.
Is that what it was? That's the amount. I don't know I don't have cocaine measurements down.
I mean, if I'm eyeballing it, off the eyeball, I'd say a half, maybe a little more than a half. It looked pure, it looked all powder. It wasn't bricked up. So if I'm eyeballing it, I would say a little over a half. Yeah, I would, if I'm going exactly, Trish, from eyeballing, 575 grams.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much money does that equate to?
Depending on where you're at. Now, we're going straight from the source, Colombia, probably about 2,000, 1,700. Now, if we're talking about Mexico, you could probably get that maybe at about 11, 12 a key. Once you cross that border, is where it get crazy over here. Now, get over here, now the prices vary. Now, when you're dealing with people that sell drugs, right, they try to throw everything in it. I used to be one of these people. Yo, the towers just came down and shit, man. The prices is up. No disrespect to 9/11. I'm just saying, I'm from New York. I was there when that shit happened. My mother was working across the street, so I was scared nowadays. I'm just telling you the type of shit they use. Yo, it's a war going on right now. So prices is up. You have to pay like 32 a gram right now, 35 a gram. Then it might go down. Niggas be like, yo, I got it right now, 22 a gram, 23 a gram. It depends what gaffle niggas want to run at this particular time. Yo, niggas just elected Barack. This nigga, so Barack in office is just 29 a gram, right? I'm telling you, this shit is dead ass. Yo, Barack's in office right now. This shit is 31 a gram fucking with this nigga. He don't want no drugs in the country. Yo, I remember Barack who was the second nigga Barack ran against?
Mitt Romney?
Romney. I remember a group of niggas from my hood. It was like 19 niggas. And I'm like, yo, where y'all niggas going? They said, we going to vote. I said, y'all niggas going to vote? And they say, yeah, we got to get Barack up out of here, man. he fucking the prices up. Niggas going to vote for Romney. Like, this is all black niggas. He always going to the polls. These niggas like, Barack got to get out of here, fucking the prices up. This is the shit they do, Trish, it varies. Now you won't get, now when y'all thinking, now we'll get to Canada, you get up to in the 40s and 50s. Because it's the further north, but like this, the further north you go, the higher the price goes. Yeah, that's about, I would say, for a little over half a kilo, it's 1,000 grams in a kilo. So I would say it was about 575 grams in that bag she was holding up, if I had to eyeball it.
Is that like, for someone who's a regular cocaine user, how many days of cocaine is that?
A regular cocaine user? Well, think about, like, it depends on what your habit is. You know, we seen Lamar Odom say that he sniffed up a kilo in 3 days in a whorehouse now. That's just, I don't know how he's alive. You know what I'm saying? Now, think about this, right? You might think most time they do dimes or 20s. So if you diming that up, that should last a long time. If you just, it depends on how many lines a day you do. I can't say I don't do coke.
Madallery and Cameron have never been the kind of people who are afraid to speak their minds. And their latest conversation showed exactly why so many viewers keep coming back to their show. What started as a casual shout-out to the Knicks quickly turned into a much bigger discussion about relationships, cheating, loyalty, and betrayal. Before long, the conversation moved from a simple hypothetical question to real stories involving athletes, public accusations, and a divorce that has attracted plenty of attention online. The discussion began with an interesting question. If your partner was going to cheat on you no matter what, would you rather they have several meaningless one-night stands? Or would you rather they become emotionally involved with one person and secretly build a serious relationship with them? At first, the question sounded like something people might joke about with friends, but as the hosts talked about it, the subject became much more serious. They started discussing what actually hurts the most in a relationship and whether physical cheating or emotional cheating is harder to forgive. Cameron did not take long to give his opinion. He explained that he would rather deal with meaningless physical encounters than discover that his partner had fallen deeply in love with someone else. To explain his point, he compared the situation to the difference between a casino and a palace. A casino is somewhere you visit for a short time. You might have fun, take a chance, and then leave without becoming attached to the place. Palace, however, is somewhere you live. It represents your home, your comfort, and the place where you have built your life. Using that comparison, he suggested that if his partner was going to step outside the relationship, he would rather it be something temporary than discovering that she had given another man the emotional space he believed belonged to him. In his view, physical mistakes might be painful, but emotional attachment can create a much bigger threat because feelings can completely change the direction of a relationship. The women involved in the conversation had a different perspective. One of them explained that there is a major difference between sharing someone's body and losing their heart. A person might have a physical encounter with a stranger and still return home emotionally connected to their partner. But when someone begins developing real feelings for another person, the situation becomes much more serious. Suddenly, there is another person competing for their attention, time, affection, and possibly even their future. The discussion became even more personal when one of the hosts shared a story from his own past. He described a situation where he was casually seeing a woman and had specifically told her not to behave as though she were his girlfriend because, according to him, they were not officially together. Her response made him reconsider everything. She pointed out that she was cooking for him several nights a week, allowing him to come to her home when he was upset, and helping him feel better whenever he was going through something. In reality, she was already doing many of the things people normally associate with a serious relationship, even though they had never officially given the relationship that title. That conversation stayed with him because it forced him to question whether the woman he considered a casual partner was actually more involved in his everyday life than the person he might have considered his official girlfriend. That led to an even deeper point. Having the official title does not always mean being the person who receives the most love, effort, or attention. Someone can technically be the main partner while another person is receiving more time, affection, care, and emotional energy behind the scenes. That is an uncomfortable reality, but it is one that many people can probably recognize in some form. From there, the conversation shifted toward the public breakup involving Dak Prescott. According to reports that circulated publicly, the situation reportedly involved questions about other women, messages that were allegedly discovered by his former fiancée, and events surrounding a joint bachelor and bachelorette celebration. The host discussed how unusual the situation sounded, especially because the couple was reportedly already preparing for marriage. One of the hosts pointed out that the timing made the situation even more serious. Even if there was no deep emotional connection involved, allegedly pursuing someone else so close to a wedding could still be viewed as a major choice. While one person was preparing to build a future together, the other was reportedly making decisions that could put that future at risk. The conversation then moved into an even more serious story involving Dwight Howard and his former wife, Amy. According to reports and a video that circulated publicly, the couple is going through a divorce connected to serious allegations. In the video, Amy appeared emotional as she discussed claims involving Child Protective Services and the effect the situation had on custody of her daughter. She also spoke about feeling pressured to remain quiet about problems within the relationship. She claimed that she believed there were signs of a possible substance issue, and said she eventually felt that speaking publicly was her only option because she had felt ignored for a long time. During the video, she also showed what she described as evidence of a substance, adding another layer to an already complicated situation. Dwight Howard, however, has publicly denied the accusation of drug use. With both sides presenting very different accounts, the situation remains a serious and highly discussed matter. The conversation showed how quickly a simple debate about cheating can turn into a much larger discussion about trust, emotional connection, public relationships, and the difficult consequences that can follow when private problems become public. The hosts also reminded viewers not to believe everything they see or hear online. When stories spread across social media, it can be difficult to know what is true, what has been misunderstood, and what may have been exaggerated. That is especially important when the situation involves private relationships, serious accusations, and legal matters that are still developing. One of the hosts said she had done some additional research because she was not familiar with the full history of the relationship. Something that stood out to her was Amy's claim that people around her had encouraged her to remain in the marriage regardless of what was happening. She referred to the traditional promises people make when they get married, including staying together through sickness and health, and through good financial times and bad ones. The host explained that those promises should never be used to pressure someone into staying in a situation where they genuinely feel unsafe. Marriage vows are important, but they are not meant to force someone to ignore serious concerns about their well-being. She especially emphasized how much more complicated things become when children are involved. Her point was that marriage vows work both ways. If one person feels threatened, unsafe, or believes their ability to care for their child is being affected, they should not feel trapped simply because they made promises during their wedding. She said she could understand why Amy might have remained silent if people around her were constantly telling her that she had to stay and keep the marriage together. If that pressure really happened, it could have made an already difficult situation even harder. After such a serious discussion, the conversation suddenly moved in a much lighter and more ridiculous direction. The hosts began joking about the amount of substance shown in the video and tried to guess its size simply by looking at it. They even started talking about how prices for illegal substances can vary depending on location, availability, supply, and other factors. The discussion became a funny tangent based on old jokes and memories about how prices had changed over the years. It was a perfect example of the unpredictable style of the show. One moment, the hosts were discussing emotional situations, marriage, children, and serious allegations. A few moments later, they were laughing and making jokes about something completely different. That sudden change is part of what makes the conversation feel so natural. It does not come across like a heavily scripted television segment where every sentence has been carefully planned. Instead, it feels more like a group of friends sitting together talking about whatever comes to mind. The conversation can become serious, funny, uncomfortable, or completely chaotic without warning. When you look at the entire episode, several different stories seem to connect through one major subject. Relationships are rarely as simple as they appear from the outside. Whether the hosts were debating one-night stands versus emotional affairs, discussing the public breakup involving Dak Prescott, or talking about the serious allegations surrounding Dwight Howard and his former wife, the same questions kept coming back. What does loyalty really mean? What should count as betrayal? Is physical cheating worse? Or is emotional attachment more damaging? And how much can outsiders really understand about a relationship when they are only seeing pieces of the story? Even the hosts could not completely agree on where the line should be drawn. That shows just how complicated these issues can be. Different people have different boundaries, and something one person might consider unforgivable could be viewed differently by someone else. At the same time, it is important to remember that many of the claims surrounding the Dwight Howard situation are allegations connected to an ongoing and deeply personal legal matter. Public statements from the people involved have reportedly presented conflicting accounts. Because of that, viewers should be careful about treating accusations as proven facts. Situations like this can take time to fully understand. More information may eventually become available, but until then, it is fair to view the story as something that is still developing rather than a case where every detail is already settled. Even with that uncertainty, the story has attracted significant public attention, much like the ongoing discussion surrounding Dak Prescott's highly publicized split. Both situations have sparked conversations about relationships, trust, privacy, and what happens when personal problems become public entertainment. Ultimately, this episode shows why honest and unfiltered conversations continue to attract so many viewers. The discussion was not perfectly polished, and it did not try to make everyone comfortable. Instead, the hosts were willing to discuss uncomfortable subjects, challenge each other, tell personal stories, and even make jokes when the conversation suddenly took an unexpected turn. Whether you agree with Cameron's Casino and Palace comparison or believe emotional betrayal is much worse than a physical mistake, there is clearly no simple answer. People will continue debating this topic in comment sections, group chats, and even in their own relationships. So what do you think? Would a meaningless physical encounter hurt you more? Or would discovering that your partner had genuinely fallen in love with someone else be worse? And what is your opinion on the public situation involving Dwight Howard and his former wife? If this discussion made you agree, disagree, or question your own views about relationships, share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next story. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.